especially my friend Frank, who invited me out here today. And it's just, it's not easy to be a voice for the pro-life movement or the conservative cause. It's not easy, but we need to be out there because there is no single issue that is more important than fighting for the lives of the unborn. No single issue. And there's no issue that reveals the radical and extreme nature of the left more than the pro-life movement. I mean, just look at the Democrats over the years. Look at what they've done. Actually, Sam mentioned it, we mentioned it a couple times. There is a phrase, a slogan that the Democrats used to use when they're trying to push this legislation, trying to get abortion bills through Congress. And they mentioned it here. Anyone remember it? It was, they want abortion to be safe, legal, and rare, right? Now, you can analyze and dissect that statement all up and down, right? I mean, I'm a rocket scientist geek. This analysis is what we do. But we'll leave that for another day. I just want to focus on the term rare, because again, it shows the nature of the left. All right, you don't hear that phrase that much. They don't use that word that much. And so you have to ask yourself, why? Why did they stop using that? Well, I've got a couple of theories on why they stopped using the word rare. One of them is it's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous to use that word. It's nonsensical if you think about it. You think about what they believe, all right? They believe that if you have an abortion, it's not killing a human being. It's not killing an unborn child. It's health care. That's what they're saying. So why not everybody get it? It's a free-for-all. Why make it be rare? Why even say rare when there's no need for it to be rare because you're not killing anybody? So it's nonsensical. So is that the reason why they're not using it anymore? Well, of course not, because they love using terms that are nonsensical. I mean, just look at Joe Biden. He says he's a Catholic. I'm a Catholic, and he promotes and supports abortion. I mean, you've got kids in cages. There's a phrase right there that the left loves to use. When it was President Trump, who, by the way, was the best advocate for pro-life issues ever, best president we've ever had. When they talked about kids in cages, it was inhumane. It was barbaric. That's what President Trump was doing. Well, it's worse under Joe Biden, and yet the left is silent. They're not saying anything. And where's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Where is she with her photo op, crying at the border or at a fence? Where's that staged photo op? She's nowhere to be found. And then we have the Democrats' favorite go-to line right now, which is follow the science. They want to follow the science, except they don't follow the science. I mean, just look at children going back to school. Back this summer, all right, before there was even a vaccine, studies around the world said children need to be back in school. But the left, they want to keep people locked down and afraid. That's what they are doing. And so, we got to throw out this idea that they stopped using rare because it's just nonsensical. So my second theory of why they stopped using it is because I think someone called their bluff. All right? You've got a Democrat out there who's saying, I want abortions to be safe, legal, and rare. And then you got this Republican, someone like me, a senator, a congressman, some state rep, who gets on the phone to this guy and says, hey Jim, I don't want any abortions. I want zero. But I heard that you want them to be safe, legal, and rare. Okay, done deal. I mean, think about it. In Florida, in 2018, you had less than 2% of abortions that were listed as for the life or health of the mother. That means 98%, over 98%, are for convenience. No other reason. So can you imagine getting together with a Democrat and wiping out 98% of all abortions? I can imagine this guy. He's talking to the Republican and they want to do a deal. They actually want to do that. This poor guy's probably getting on the phone later saying, Mr. Soros, sorry to bother you, but I was talking to this guy and I said it. It was safe, legal, and rare. What happened next? Oh, he said, okay. What do I do now? Well, so we see what happened now. We see that the left even got more radical. From safe, legal, and rare, they're now pushing abortions after 20 weeks. Partial birth abortions. Abortions to the delivery date and beyond. We saw the clips. It has gotten more and more radical, and it's not just the abortion issue. This is issue after issue where the left, the media, big tech are pushing an agenda that people like you and me, pro-life, pro-family conservatives, don't even recognize. And the thing is that it is getting worse. Back in 2000, 21 years ago, I started an online news company. It's called GOPUSA.com. And you gotta think about it that it was a different time back then, all right? Web browsers that you're watching on your computer, on your phone, were only invented just a few years back. There was no Facebook, there was no Twitter, there was no Instagram. Google was one of many search engines out there. And we had sites like mine and a few others that were generally left alone. Or you had Fox News, you had Rush Limbaugh, you had a few websites, nothing was really going on. But then, 20 years later, we see the radical left. We see the agenda that what they're doing. And they have a whole new focus, a whole new strategy. And that MO is seek and destroy. That's what they want to do. If you are brave enough to speak out on pro-life issues, they will come after you. They will try to destroy your livelihood, your ability to make a living, to speak, to be online, to do anything. That is what we are seeing from the left. It is a cancel culture that has gotten absolutely out of control. I mean, think about it. Aunt Jemima, gone. Uncle Ben, gone. The cream of wheat guy, the Land O'Lakes lady, Dr. Seuss, Mr. Potato Head is being attacked. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous. But here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. In addition, while they were doing that, it woke up the American spirit. It woke up something in people that said, this is too much. We're not taking it anymore. We're going to fight back, and we're going to defeat the left. That is what is going on. That is the battle we're facing. And so, before we get to the Q&A, I want to wrap up with this, which is, I believe, the best revelation that President Trump gave us during his term in office, all right? And that is, it is not enough to believe in pro-life conservative values. It's not enough to talk about conservative issues. We have to be willing to fight. We have to be willing to go out there in the street, talk to people, and get this message out. It is a tough battle, folks, but we need to take it to the left and say, we will not be canceled. We will not be blocked or banned or throttled. We will not be shamed or shunned. We will not be silenced. That is the message that we need to take today. Frank is portraying it beautifully here with people speaking out. You saw those people getting punched in the face just by trying to prevent abortions, to save a human life. That is our battle, folks, and we're all in this together. Together, we can push back against the left. We can build a country that embraces faith, family, freedom, and patriotism. We can do all that. I'm right by your side. I'm ready to fight. So let's get started. Okay, friends, thanks so much for watching. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you'll be notified. And here's a special video just for you so you can watch even more of the 13-minute news hour. And don't forget to check out GOPUSA.com for the best in conservative news and commentary. We'll see you next time.